I want to thank Representative Sherman for gathering us all here today and for authoring a very important amendment that I'll be very happy to see come forward. My name is Frrimmen, and I'm proud to represent the largest Armenian American community in the entire nation. We are here today because today Armenian prisoners of war and civilian hostages will have spent 1,000 long days in Azerbaijan's unlawful detention, bearing, I am sure, untold terror and abuse and threats of execution. I refuse to allow the world to forget these prisoners. Just like I refuse to forget the 150,000 indigenous Armenians who were violently forced out of Artsakh, their ancestral homeland. Like my colleague Judy Chu that you just heard from, I had the privilege of visiting Artsakh several years ago and saw the incredibly vibrant and ancient Armenian community, saw churches that went back to the 4th century, saw some of the oldest Armenian artifacts in the world. And the idea that those people have been uprooted and forced from their homeland is tragic. And the thought of those monuments that are important not just for the Armenian community, but for the entire world, to think of them being desecrated and destroyed by Azerbaijan as part of a cultural ethnic cleansing is heartbreaking and something that should not be tolerated by the rest of the world. We have seen religious and cultural sites destroyed. The civilian lives are being uprooted and sent far from their homes to an uncertain future with no thought to their ability to return to the lands that they have worked for generations, to the businesses that they have built, to the lives that they have led. Earlier this year, after orchestrating years-long sham trials, Azerbaijan sentenced these same Armenian hostages to extended prison sentences. Azerbaijan has tried shutting out the eyes of the world from witnessing their atrocities, but we're here to say that we refuse to ignore this government's crimes. We refuse to allow justice to continue to be denied to these hostages. Just as I did for years as the mayor of Glendale and as a member of the California State Assembly, I will continue to fight for our shared values. That's why I am proud to have joined my Democratic and Republican colleagues in urging Secretary of State Marco Rubio to ensure the safe return of forcibly displaced Armenians to their indigenous homeland in Artsakh. I have also advocated and will continue to advocate for U.S. sanctions against Azerbaijan, for those sanctions to be maintained and not lifted, for humanitarian aid for displaced Armenians, for support for the refugees forced out of Artsakh who right now are homeless, and for educational programs right here in America to raise awareness for the plight of Armenians at home and of the Armenian genocide, the first genocide of the 20th century. I have also co-sponsored the Armenian Genocide Education Act and will continue to work arm in arm with my community and with the Armenian community across this country to make sure that those voices are not ignored. And I will say that the Armenian community, particularly in Los Angeles, has been incredibly effective and determined. And they have made this cause a cause of Los Angeles and of the United States. So we really owe them a great debt. And I want to acknowledge just their tenacity in fighting for the Armenian cause. The Armenian people have endured genocide and displacement, and yet they have thrived. They are thriving in America, they have thrived around the world, and I will always stand with them as they are attacked. Peace cannot come without accountability, lasting security for Armenia, and a respect for Armenia's sovereignty, and for the rights of indigenous people in Artsakh and the right to self-determination for all peoples. I'm proud to stand with the Armenian people and with Representative Sherman in this fight as we call, again, for the release of all Armenian detainees and all of these hostages. I promise to keep standing up for justice and accountability and for the Armenian people, and I am so proud to call them my constituents and to have their faith. Thank you so much, Representative Sherman.